Hi everyone and welcome to the first channel to stream Tormenta, played in English. I'm Alexander Januzzi, I'll be your host and GM for our adventure of End of Times, and with me tonight, and as always, I have an amazing cast, so let's please go ahead and do a round of introductions.
Hello, that's me, and I am Giselle Fernandez, they, them, voice actor, playing Bucko, he, they, hunter, ranger guy,
Minotaur?
Minotaur, that, yes.
Yay.
Hi everyone, I'm Guilherme Moina, motion designer, him. I'll be playing Gran D. Lifo Arcanist, that's my class, yes. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Natalia Molero, she, her, and I'm a voice actress. And I am gonna be playing Kit, the cleric. Yeah, that.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sydney Granat. I will be playing Time, the Sylph Fairy Bard. Both she, her. And yeah, I think we're keeping it short and sweet this week.
Are we?
Hi everyone, I'm Victor Lucky. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggman. I am the Walrus, Goo. I will be playing as Crimson Void, Lethal Barbarian, very keen to destroy and slash and hack. All the good stuff.
No, very Arsenal, actually.
Yeah, I thought of that while I was saying, and I prefer to stay quiet, so maybe you should do that too.
I'll work on it next time.
Well then, tonight is our 35th episode, and we're over 2 years doing things for this channel. I think we're not 2 years into streaming yet, not this adventure, but the channel, and that's very awesome. So it's been a while since I've done a previously, so I'll do a previously in End of Times. That's it. That was all. No, I'm just kidding. About 4 months ago, 5 adventurers arrived on the same day on Fort Hammerhead, the kingdom's only bastion in the Central Hills. After the first night, they were hired by Belinda Arting, Ahini, and the owner of Shorty's Metalworks, Smithy and General Store, to go chase after Belinda's apprentice, Bartram Zoner, who had stolen all weapon pieces Belinda had made using rainbow metal, a rare metal found only in the Central Hills. That was their first mission together as a group, and the first time they almost all died together. Since then, they've installed an insurrection amongst goats in a goat and moonshine farm. They killed a child and her Tormenta Chupacabra, a fire elemental disguised as a woman with a fire whip, and a huge man with a mouth for a belly. And in doing so, they rescued a crazed dwarf with a beard made of lethal insects, and helped a mother recover her son from a mad circus master, the infamous Mr. Zerdu. They also rescued a young Dalan from being used in a profane ritual by Chaplain Lorelei Wolf, a Lefou woman who believed she worshipped Valkyria, goddess of humanity, when in truth she worshipped Aharadak, god of the Tormenta. Lorelei was a purist operating in the village of Dornbach, later revealed to be willingly helping her for the most part. They identified the Tormenta corruption deep in the soil around in the Central Hills and also under the Hollow Oak, home of the Dalan sisters, to be the real reason why their mother, a full dryad, had died, and convinced the sisters to move to Fort Hammerhead, at least for now. They also helped a family of Sophers, another of the Dalan sisters, and a skeleton to fight against bandits who insisted on burning the family's crop of Akbold, a terrible drug that plagues the kingdom. And in doing so, they also freed a being now named Cloud, a Gog-Magog, aka flying giant fish, who was being used as a flying transportation, but is now free to roam the ether. Throughout all of this, the group found many clues, regarding the agents behind these evil tidings, but also many clues regarding the Temple of Vacuum. And after many talks about whether to find and explore it or not, our adventurers did so, and now find themselves in here in the temple's first level. The temple's ceiling is very short, with Bucko and Crimson having to bend their heads to stand up straight. It's damp, it's pretty quiet, it's deep in the earth, and it's clearly damaged by water and time.
Mr. DM, just one question.
Yes?
If I'm bending my head, how am I standing up straight?
With your head bent.
Get your facts together, man. That's not straight. Okay, keep going. Sorry about that.
Crimson Void died in a random accident in the temple. And
There was a stalactite.
That is fair. Man, just warning you right now. If you kill my character, even if it's on me, even if it's my fault, you're going to regret the next one so much. I promise you that.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Ooh.
You realize that I played once as a laptop.
In my game, yes.
Once, yeah, I was gonna say we
Exactly, you
some
know
of us
that.
were there.
That's like like easy level shit.
Oh,
You're
evil
like
intern.
you're making
The
me want
poor
to see
evil
what's the next one, you know. But okay.
no,
Anyways,
I'm attached. I'm emotionally attached to Crimson. We can't kill him.
Fair enough. Sorry about interrupting you, man. I'm sorry.
You should
I
be.
apologize.
The group has found the remains of some tiny automatons completely corroded in a room or another. The temple is also deadly, with traps strewn around the rooms, corridors, and with its inhabitants being happy enough to ambush adventurers who announce themselves with noise. Even if the group has been able to avoid more than a couple of fights and traps so far, they have also been ambushed twice, with the latest ambush having been sprung after Bucko stepped near a lightning glyph trap on a wall, which also alerted a group of automatons. With her party pincered between a group of tiny automatons and a group of water tyrant fishmen, time flew in the dark, rushing back to a locked room which she had very little chance of unlocking in the dark. To be clear, she could only unlock it in a natural 20. And she rolled a natural 20. And was able to pull one of the levers inside the room,
And made things worse.
Which helped a lot. I would
which
like
made
to point.
the tiny automatons' lights go red and make them attack much harder. But regardless, her group came out victorious in that fight thanks to some pretty good tactical thinking from the players. And now they're standing reunited and hearing the sounds of the mechanized smiths working furiously only a few rooms away. My lovely friends, this was where we are. What do you want to do? I'm gonna get you guys to the map.
Well, first of all, I'd like to remind everyone that Nat was not here on the last game. And I do believe in my heart that this alone was the reason we got so many good results on the dice.
We rolled so well for you. Like,
Yeah.
And that did so well.
it did not work. Yeah, because our rolls were shit to compensate. So
Except for my
Well.
nat 20. That did us
except
no
for
good.
that, which maybe
Actually, actively made things worse, funny enough.
yeah.
Cursed.
So,
yeah,
do we
so
want
Crimson
to-
seems rough. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Also,
Yeah.
It's like
Is he?
below half,
Yeah, like below half.
which is still probably more than me, but
Actually, yes.
yes, yeah, I imagine.
Crimson, do you
should-
need some boost? Do you need a
Pick me
pick
up
me
there.
up?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that would be very helpful, I think.
I gotcha.
Do we want to destroy the anvil, guys? Because honestly, I think that's going to be
Maybe
more...
if they keep fixing those little dudes, we're gonna have a problem.
I tried the switch a couple different times to see if I could just make it undo what I did. Didn't work.
Maybe. Oh, we can be sure about the timing, but it seems that when you touched it, it only made them angrier. I don't know if what you did actually activated the guys. Do we? Like,
you guys, I you know, like I sometimes get distracted, and there's a lot of information happening here. So, just remind me, did those automatons, they have like a language they spoke or something like that, or like the big ones that tried to kill us if we didn't?
I don't think so.
You know?
Did you cure me 10?
I remember them speaking.
I did.
Thank you. It's
Do you need how are you looking? You need more? I can do more.
Something.
I'll do a little bit more. It's okay. I'll do a little bit more.
Something.
Because like when we're not in
combat,
in like turns in combat, it's better to just heal multiple times instead of upgrading the heal.
So yeah, I remember words coming out from them, and we understanding it. If that was because you had the spell on.
You guys heard the big
I don't think I did.
automatons speaking. The big iron automatons spoke some stuff, and you guys you could hear them saying some stuff you couldn't understand, and then saying the words "Mad Hero." And then Kip used her spell, and you guys understood they were asking you to tell a story of the Mad Hero.
And the tiny ones didn't speak.
The tiny ones didn't speak at all. They just came at you with pickaxes.
Cool. Okay. So yeah,
But I mean, I can, even though they don't speak, I can still talk to them. I can talk to rocks. Honestly, I can talk to plants.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can they talk back?
Yeah.
Wow, that's more amazing than you talking to rocks.
Like I can
How's that
understand.
more amazing? Rocks aren't alive.
No, exactly. It's more amazing that they answered, that they replied, and I mean, all of us can talk to rocks.
You can talk to anything.
I
It's
see,
whether it
I
responds back is an entirely different thing.
Understood.
Also, the big fish guy escaped.
Okay.
So there's that. I don't know if that's gonna.
The big guy that we kind of tricked into.
Escaped, fled. I mean,
Right. Well,
Does
we
our
got
new
the
shark
smaller
guy?
ones.
He got stun locked
no.
during battle, and then he just left because he was like the last minion.
Yeah, we freaked him out, but the tiny ones didn't, so they died. He didn't.
Okay.
Anyway,
Never forget the tiny automatons.
Should we?
Because I mean, I can't.
Go for the
If
sound?
we need to go through the tiny constructs, I can try to talk to them. I don't know how helpful that is, but
No, let's certainly do that. But if all else fails, we know your shattering spell
Really
racks
helpful.
them up like real good. So
And also, I have that spell too, so we can.
no,
move
both
us
of you
together.
can.
So give me perception checks.
Natural 20.
Wow.
24.
Nothing can escape my very sharp mind.
Wow. With a 13, you got. Wow.
17.
I'm very wise.
Very cool.
Kit rolled the same number as I did
Yeah.
with a 13
With a
on the
13.
die.
Oh, I don't combo my characters.
You guys are hearing,
you look like a min-max type of guy.
as you guys are like talking here, trying to decide what to do. You guys hear the smiths stopping. They stop working, but that doesn't stop
Shit.
sounds. You guys hear sounds that you've heard before recently. The sounds of a bunch of rhythmic tiny sounds together. It's tiny automatons walking. And they seem to be walking around.
Right.
Lucky, Crimson knows that they're coming from both. Where's my line? This is showing? Yeah, from this direction. Let me zoom out for the stream. It's coming both from this direction and this direction.
I still don't know what this
I don't know what those
I haven't seen
directions
either.
mean.
Why do you guys not see my thing?
You can shift and click so you can like drag us to the view you're
It's coming from.
pointing at.
What the hell? Anyways, from both up and from the room, from the like secret little hole you guys found below the Smith's, south of the Smith's room.
Here.
Yeah. I don't know why my pings and my lines are
Here
hidden,
and here? Yeah.
So
No, this is me clicking. I don't know if it's.
Oh, okay. So, let's not get sandwiched by them.
Yeah, maybe we don't get closer to that. Maybe we keep going.
We can try to go through.
Very quietly,
One
and everyone
group.
let me go first, so I can actually check for traps.
Okay. Where? Down, up, back.
Down where we haven't been before. I think we
Yeah, I
checked
think that's
everything we can.
That's a good idea.
What do you mean? Are we going into the hole?
And no, the way we were going
Oh,
before.
okay. Yeah, that's sane and makes more sense. Cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
you guys hear and see like little red lights coming from here. Is my thing working now? I think so.
What's here?
Can you guys see my ping?
No.
No.
Where is
God
it?
damn it.
Is it here?
Extremely
Is it
annoying.
here?
So yeah,
Just start
internet
pinging the map.
Tell us
I
where
can
to
ping the
look.
entire map. Can you?
things are
can
on
you
fire
draw
today,
the-
literally in California, and internet's being an asshole. So
It's
Anyways.
hundreds of degrees here.
yeah, 40 e tantos por
Fahrenheit.
So yeah. Anyway, can't draw things. Let me see if I can draw this here. That show? Wow.
Yeah.
Does this show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just me being dumb all the time. All along. Anyway, yeah. So over here in this room, you guys see like little lights populating the room, and you guys hear like this screech and this crazy vibration and a bunch of sounds of pickaxes, and like a fight is breaking out over there.
All right, let's cut the rope.
Fight.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
You guys have been in that room, and you know that there was a rust monster that lived there.
Oh. Oh yeah, I totally remember.
Yeah, so they're
You
cleaning
were
up.
here.
We should just move the other way. Just let's just
Okay.
go.
Go for it. Move yourselves around.
Time, you're you're taking point.
All right. I'm gonna get myself into this room.
By the way, whoever was controlling oil last time, if you can please update Kit on how we're doing.
Yeah, how are we doing?
Yeah, I think we updated
How's
as we
that?
were
We're
told
doing.
if we were at half.
Oh, no, because I actually have it in my notes, not in the
Oh, okay. I think we went through
Yeah,
down
so-
another half.
another
They had
half.
your-
Okay,
They had your character
but
sheet,
it's
so it should
it's
be
in my
up to date.
notes.
Yeah, in your character
A
sheet, in your
physical
notes,
note.
way down there, right?
Yeah, oil 6 out of 10. It was 6.5 when I just deleted the 0.5 right now.
Okay.
Is it up to date? Is it 6.5 or is it?
Sorry, over here.
I thought it was 6.5.
Okay.
Okay. I believe you. Here we go. Are you guys going where time is?
Yeah, a few
Okay.
squares back, but yeah. Also, who's carrying the lamp? Like,
Right now it's
I think. So time's in the dark.
No, I'm
She's
going
trying to
right
speed up
behind her.
things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm just moving it like I would in canon, walking with the group, but quietly.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
guys come
stay
here and
next to
see.
Duke for protection. My protection.
And see a corridor.
Okay.
Do the sounds come from this corridor or one
No.
next?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just
Hey, your beat, no.
every room check for traps. So,
Go ahead.
okay, that's not bad. 15 plus my investigation, which is 7, 22.
22. You don't think this room is trapped? This corridor.
Okay, great. So keep going.
All right.
I just give everyone like thumbs up and
Follow
Okay.
behind.
Where do you move?
well, I just start with going forward.
All right.
Is this an opening or?
Yeah, I'm like, is this
Yes.
more corridor? So is this all like corridor, this whole thing? So if I went up here,
Yes.
like I can't tell how this is all connected.
Like this.
Okay. So yeah, I'd like.
You walk over there and you see a couple of big iron statues standing near what seems to be this altar. And much like the other tiny altars you've found so far, it's intricate and it has some cool drawings and which seem kind of cartoonish but also very intricate at the same time. And on top of it, there's nothing. And standing to the sides of it, kind of blocking your passage because you don't have any passage north, are two massive iron statues like the ones you've seen before walking around. And as soon as you look around the corner, they kind of perk up, like their heads with a iron grating sound turn and look in your direction. And you hear like them speaking in that language you can't understand. Mad hero. And they're standing there for a moment.
Do I really need to cast a spell or do we just tell them a Mad Hero story?
Try telling them about your story really quickly, and
Maybe.
if
Yeah,
that
sure.
doesn't work, then we can try the language thing.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm like pushing her.
Well, give me one of them. I don't have them written down. Just
Okay, let's do.
I'm just
Please
like
update your positions, okay?
Hand me a paper.
Let's do the house. And then I proceed to read because I'm fumbling through my bag to get the
Oh
papers.
yeah, I know this
I'll
one.
read
There
the
is a
house.
house in New Orleans. They call it the Rising Sun.
The different
That's the
one.
one.
That's from a bard from Valkyria. He's really popular. I love it, but
All
not
right.
that one.
Where are you guys on the map right now? I need to know.
I'm right behind
Exactly
time.
where
Yeah,
I'm at the map.
Yeah.
I'm right here because I need to keep an eye on those two before they kill us all.
We're heading into this room. Is that? Sorry.
I just was
We're
peeking my
trying to
head in because
yeah.
I do traps before I let you guys come in. So
Time poked her head into this room and found a raised dais with a big altar this time, similar like the ones you've seen before, intricate like drawings and stuff and patterns, but on top nothing. And to the sides of it, two of those massive iron statues you've seen before. I think you only saw one, but they're standing there. And as soon as time popped up they looked at her and started speaking in a language she couldn't understand, but at the end you could understand Mad Hero.
Got it. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So I pull out the house and I start reading it all loud.
Okay. You start reading the story right as they like are start. You hear this coiling action happening, and their arms start raising with this massive sword in their hands. And they take the first step forward, and you start reading, and they stop. And when you finish, they just kind of stop there, and kind of reset.
So he wasn't sad. There.
And then I need to check one thing.
This place is not good for my blood pressure.
Is this the same one you told the other one before?
No, the other one, I think we did like
Do you
something
think
else.
that at
I
some
don't
point
remember.
we'll have to repeat them and it might be an issue?
Oh, that's
Probably.
a good point.
I mean, we've got a lot of them at this point, so...
Well,
Kit,
yeah,
who's
Yeah.
trained in religion?
I am.
I am.
This is a very religious spot. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but I was waiting.
this is
Yeah.
one of the better tended to rooms in the temple. You don't find any
'Cause
offerings here, but what's that?
No, because I like we saw a like not temple like altar like structure up north when we went to
Yes.
right, but I remember I had like a natural 1 on that test, so I did not recognize what God. So this time I remember like being very confused and not liking that. So I'm like, let me look at this room a little closer. So I'm gonna guide myself.
Can I assist with religion as well?
Do you want me to
Sure.
double check for traps first, or do you just want to go for it?
Sure. I mean, I think
Yes.
that the big constructs asking
Ah,
you
the
for
traps.
passage are
Probably.
traps,
Probably.
but maybe better safe than sorry.
Better paranoid than dead.
Yeah.
That's a great line. That should be your
True.
motto, I think. Yeah.
That's a 12 for my investigation.
Kit, you get an extra MP.
I know. It was a free spell. Yay!
Congratulations.
Paranoid.
This is gonna be the last lucky roll for you today.
Stop it.
This is not a curse, this is just a warning. I'm just letting you know.
So evil.
Just prepare accordingly. Like.
Yeah. Kit like concentrates on herself and she starts shining, and then you guys hear from like her back pocket a cracking sound, like someone just cracks their knuckles. I'm like, oh, I feel invigorated. This is good.
Cool.
Here for you. Hope it helps. It did not.
Thanks. First, I'm waiting on the 12 paranoid.
I like it.
Well,
I
it
also didn't
helps. It
think
gives a
about
plus
it.
1.
I didn't even think about it. I just was trying to type perception in my brain with paranoid. I wasn't thinking about it.
I
When
want the
type-
paranoid roll on my sheet.
I really
just-
roll paranoid.
Yeah,
roll for
just
paranoia feels very like
just straight paranoia. Yeah.
I'm just listening to some Black Sabbath in my head right now.
It's so very real on the haunted house on the hill or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for 12 paranoia, you don't find anything because you're just paranoid about the giant iron statues who don't seem to be looking at you anymore. They're just staring straight, but you don't quite trust them yet. You don't find anything in the room. There's literally
Okay.
not much here.
I'm gonna roll my 2 religions.
Yes.
Mm,
Wow.
17. Yeah.
18.
18 total.
18
Not too
total.
shabby.
18 total. Well, look, I'm not gonna rob you of this because you guys already came to the conclusion of Tillian and in the cemetery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that theory. And you think this might be a temple to Tillian in some way.
Oh.
I want to try something.
Or his absence.
His absence.
Everything kind of like is putting emptiness on a pedestal, like, and a lot about this temple just gives you this feeling of emptiness and the absence and all that kind of stuff. Everything's quiet, and you think that whoever built this might have been trying to give a specific feeling to the people visiting.
Okay.
Like that this temple might have a specific purpose.
Okay, I say it out loud.
Great
I'm like,
architecture.
kind of sad. I think this is a celebration in a way, or at least a memorial to the god Tillian. And it's actually a memorial to a memorial to his presence. It's almost like it's making his absence more highlighted.
Celebrated?
I guess not celebrate. I don't think celebrated is the word.
Honoring the loss of him, maybe?
Yes, something like that.
2 questions. Do we know what Tillian was a god? I mean, we know, but do the characters know? No.
He was forgotten.
Also, where are the drawings? Are they like over the altar? Like,
No, they're in the sides of the altar,
right?
and it's like patterns and stuff like this.
It's not like the etchings we found elsewhere.
Yeah, it's similar.
But does it look like a special kind of like temple, or like it's just an extension of the rest of the dungeon? You know, does it look like something? Because temples sometimes are like either just for like an altar to something or to someone, like a
shrine.
Yeah, or a place of worship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like somewhere where rituals can be done, and you know, that's what I'm asking.
It's tough to answer this question because I should let you figure that out, but you already know that answer. The feeling, like, you've seen other little shrines like around this space, this dungeon, which is called the Temple of Vacuum.
Yes.
So that kind of answers your question in the sense of this. All of this is
The whole
temple.
temple. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With, of course, the ice temple being a whole different thing.
I'd like to try something if you guys are okay with it. We had an idea.
Sure.
There seems to be, like, we haven't found any offerings. We usually, I mean, we did on that suspiciously, rich tiny altar back there, but apart from that one,
You found 2 that had offerings, but one of them you did not take.
they both had offerings.
Yes.
Just this one is empty.
Yeah.
Should we make one?
I think so.
Maybe.
Good on
I
you
don't know,
for
even if it's
finally
something
changing
symbolic.
your allegiance, Gran.
No, that it's just out of respect, as we should all have for every god on the pantheon. But anyway,
Maybe we don't get into a theological discussion right
Yeah.
now.
Kid
Either way.
whispers near you. I'll remember that.
wait.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. That's not.
I wasn't thinking about yours.
This.
I was thinking stuff like, should we respect Zaz, god of treason? Should we respect, I don't know,
respect him.
god of the dragons? I don't care about him.
Don't you respect powerful entities?
No.
Well, hang on. Treason isn't exclusively a bad thing. I mean,
also that.
No, it's very nice sometimes to betray your friends and betray your family. It's all good fun and games.
You can betray your enemies. You make them think.
If they are your
They're
enemies,
not.
you are not betraying them. Think before you speak, Gran.
Either way, that's not
I like
the
put my
time nor
hand
place
on.
for a philosophical debate.
I handle like
we're
Buckle's
past
form.
that.
There's no point. There's no point.
Just-
It's okay.
Anyway, should we try something like that, or should we just move on?
I mean, I'm always for
Yeah.
It could be something
paying
symbolic.
respect.
Yeah.
It seems that either way, that's the. Well, I wouldn't say the lord of this place, but at least it's made in his honor. So
I'll be honest, you
Be
guys do
helpful
what
to
you
honor.
want, you guys do what you must. I will not pay tribute to a weak god who fell. I do not respect this entity.
fair enough. Well, we would very much like to do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave
We've been to his resting place, we assume, and
Yeah, Kit
Anyway.
is gonna get some of her incense. Not the expensive one, the cheap ones that she has in the back
Yeah,
of her bag.
I'm gonna leave
okay.
the rock that I can't say her name. Which she gave me one a while ago that I've been carrying around, which I thought I left behind, but I didn't. So I'm gonna leave that on the altar.
I'm gonna leave a drawing of mine.
I've got this chocolate wormy apple that I've been holding on to since the Gurias.
It's definitely more wormy now.
Oh yeah, I am gonna just like pick out one of the worms and pop it in my mouth, but I'll put the rest of it on the altar.
It's almost like you grab it and it's almost melting at this point and just puts it
Was
on
it
the altar.
that? What is that?
Like having to position it together to look like an apple.
Oh, come on. Ew. While I'm like scrambling
Actually,
in my
it
bag,
reminds me of the soup that my.
I'm scrambling in my bag for the incense. I look at something that's in my bag. I pause. Then I pick
Inside
it up. Jesus! I pick it up, and it's a little piece of the rainbow metal we found at the graveyard. And I look at it. And I put it in the
It's a
altar.
big one.
And I'm gonna even erase from my thing.
And I'll steal it. Joking.
It's
Yeah. Okay.
erased.
It's probably gonna burn me. Yeah. Do we move on?
I do a little quick prayer.
Yeah, I want to
To
see
whom?
if I can. Very. It's a very echoey room, so I'm very nervous about this. But I'm gonna try to quietly play just like a little, kind of like a children's song, where it's just a couple notes of something familiar, just to play something. But I'm really nervous about making noise.
Yeah, cool. In like the distance, like very far, you guys are hearing like the sound of pickaxes and rhythmic little sounds coming from where you came from.
Is it approaching us?
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's we pay the respects. Let's maybe
Yep.
move on.
All right, off I go.
Bye, Mr. Emptiness. Let's go.
Okay. You guys basically see this other corridor that connects all the way to the end of the hall.
Okay. This is just a wall. Or is it one of those cave-ins?
That's a wall.
I mean, forward.
Okay, so well, if we go up here, I guess then I'm just gonna peek my head around the corner.
Okay.
I'm right behind him with the lantern.
Yeah.
What you see is this. The corridor kind of does this weird shape. T? I don't know. Over here is a couple of massive iron doors, similar to the one you opened to the secret room, to the other really well kept room that had the levers.
Mm-hmm.
But it's two. And over here, kind of like poking your head a little bit closer here, you see there's a chest half opened and seems to be with the light reflecting off of what seems to be gold and other things.
That's
That's
definitely a
mimic.
trap.
That's a mimic. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I'm opening that, but it was just a joke. But I decided not to play with the DM today. So
Yeah. Let's not try.
Also, the thing of like, she's tiny, but no matter what, time is stopping everyone who tries to go past her, being like, stop going before the person who checks for traps.
I would never, ever. Go ahead.
I'm tall. I'm small, but I'm angry.
Bucka's like, I know, lesson learned. I'm sorry.
there's some treasure, man. Sorry.
Like feels the
Sheepishly always
wound.
making sure he's behind you.
Very
Like,
expensive to adventure. We need some return for our investments.
All right. I'm not gonna
Nachi,
go-
you guys do lose 1 oil for the exploration of the previous room, okay?
Half hour.
Half oil, yeah.
Cool.
Is Nachi here?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm not going to get right up to the chest, but I'm going to get close enough to get a better view to actually investigate without trusting it to not be a mimic or something.
Yeah. Give me a check.
Hello, Mr. Chest. Are you a mimic?
I'll go with the yellow.
You
one.
know that if you are a mimic, you're legally required to tell me, right?
Okay, that is 18 plus 7, so 25.
25. Okay. Wow, I really didn't do my notes right for this one.
Very good. Allegedly.
But notice a couple of things on this room. First, you see a writing on the wall. Now that the light's hitting it better and that the GM read it on his notes,
Always helps.
there's a writing in red, almost faded, that reads, "Don't pull levers, evil fish man."
oh,
So helpful.
So it should be back there, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say wrong room. Wrong room.
Now, to be fair, if we had come down by another entrance, maybe
we might have come here
would have
first.
seen it. But yeah,
But like, there's a room before that room. Like,
still, you could just put in the room with the levers. I mean, that's the most
yeah,
well, maybe they couldn't make it back because of all the fish.
True, yeah, they were dying.
true.
Maybe they were
That's a good point.
That
running
might have
away
been their
just
own
like we
blood. I'm
did.
going to be honest. That's my thought with the red.
But
Second thing, and way more important, the goat is an illusion. The chest is trapped, and so is the floor, right under you. But you didn't fall for that trap because you float. It is a pit trap.
Great. No one get anywhere near me right now.
I take one step back.
Very good. Yes. No, we're not falling through the floor today.
Is there any gold there at least? We could fish it.
No gold. No gold. It's all an illusion. If I had my rock, I would throw the rock through that, but you know.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So, what's up there where time is? Is that another corridor, or there's only this door? No,
There's only the door.
oh, so
All right.
time.
Can
I
we
think, you're
deactivate
up
the
again.
trap?
Why?
Or just step over it? How big is it?
I think
The trap is near the chest.
it's on the other
Oh.
side.
Got it.
Yeah, it's nowhere near where. Yeah. So.
Also, we could use it to toss someone in
True.
something, and
Sure.
Which to that point,
I
you do
mean-
hear the little sounds louder now.
from
Near
behind
the door?
Not from behind the door, from where you guys came from.
Let me
Oh.
try to unlock this door really quickly. Worst case scenario, you all hide. I hover over on the other
Right.
side, and
And
you
I'll
know.
cover our rear.
Exactly. But for now, let me try to get the door. Now we're gonna try to. Well, I'm checking. Should I check the door or just try to unlock the door? Because I don't know if the door is locked. So, DM question. The
investigate.
investigation check for that. Do I have to do another one for the doors?
You do have to do another one for the doors.
Okay, another one for the doors.
Another one for the doors.
21, because that's 14 plus 7.
$21. Doesn't seem trapped.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, well.
It is very locked.
Very
And
okay.
it's kind of like the other doors that you've seen, where the lock is very clearly like a puzzle. It's not easy to open, but
Great. I'm going to need brains and eyes on this one, so.
Oh, I have several.
meh.
Can we help?
Yes, please. Please do.
Does it seem religious in nature, or just a puzzle? Or do the symbols and stuff look like something that?
It looks similar in construction to the door you guys found before that led to the room with the levers. But and the doors are like kind of big and sturdy and slightly elaborate in their design, but not super.
Could I roll knowledge to see if I recall any similar puzzles and help with the answer?
Sure.
Can I help by keeping lookout and making sure that she's not distracted by what's going on out here?
You can. That's not a roll though, but you can certainly do that.
I would love to help.
Be very
Bye.
possible.
I can't
I'm gonna.
Check. Yeah, that's
Help.
14. Okay. So
I'm gonna
14
help
plus 7.
Also with the like I'm also like helping with the like lockpicks and like putting my own like lockpick in there and like, okay, now you pull to the right. Yeah, there you go.
So,
Oh,
21
plus 2.
21.
Oof. 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really
Get up.
glad I'm the one who hung on to her lockpicks. I'm gonna
You know
be...
what? Lucky, I feel like you cursed me even more than I'm already cursed. So this is on you.
It wasn't a curse.
Is that
I was just
possible?
letting you know you should have planned accordingly. You didn't. That's on you. I told you. Like,
So?
this is what's going to happen.
Right now we are sitting at 24.
Plus 3. Okay.
Can
So,
I roll a perception to help?
Please, please, I need eyes.
Yes, you can roll perception. So
Okay. 15.
Plus 2.
Okay. Gets it to 26.
26.
DC was 25, same as the other door.
God damn.
You guys are definitely hearing the sounds louder at the end of the tunnel. You're not sure yet, Bucko, but you can't see that far, but you think they might be in the corridor now. When you hear the loud clink from the big doors, and the doors like smoothly open. Like, have you seen, those Chinese doors or Japanese doors that like open, they're gigantic and they're open super smoothly and easily? Kind of like that. And not that big though. And yeah, the room is open to you guys, and what you see inside as you rush in.
Checking for traps very hurriedly.
Okay. Give me an
Can we
investigation.
close the doors behind us? Should we?
That would also be my main priority. 16 plus 7, so that's 23.
23. You hurriedly look around. You don't see traps. You do see another 2 iron statues.
Before they even say anything, I pick up a story and I start reading it.
Okay.
They didn't say anything, but I'm like,
let's just close the doors behind us
Yeah.
while
yeah.
she's doing that.
Okay, everybody in.
I say not being able to help because I have -2 strength.
Okay. You guys jump in there, close the doors, and you hear the sound of clink as it closes. This is the largest room you guys have seen so far. This is the tallest room. There you see the 2 statues, but they're just kind of passively standing there for a moment. And in the middle of the room, you see this massive head. Which, like, it's drawn as kind of being like that, but I imagine it being a little bit more protruded off the floor. Like, you can kind of see most of the
Oh,
head.
it's from the floor. Ugh.
And
Does it look like it was sculpted in there? What, like?
yeah, it's rock. It's kind of sculpted, and it turns a little bit to you guys, like, and it's crazy, like this crazy rock sliding on rock sound, like super noisy. Everything shakes. It looks a little bit roughly in your guys' directions, and it seems to speak something. And
God
while it
damn
speaks,
it.
all you can do is like put your hands on your ears because it's extremely loud, so loud.
Ow. I stop telling the story in the middle.
Yeah.
I think I should. I think I should.
Can you whisper, please? Tiny little eardrums, please.
It's so loud time that you feel it in your wings. You're like, kind of just combobulated.
I got another mana point back.
There you go.
I cast Divine Voice on myself
Okay.
just to be safe, and I'm like,
For
okay,
free.
do you mind to repeat that? But like maybe do it way lower than you did before, please, so we don't like.
Like nothing happens for another, I don't know, 5 minutes. And then the head, like, you guys like kind of mill around the room a little bit, and then the red head kind of moves a little bit and then speaks again. Same loudness. Extremely loud. But you understand it this time, and it says, "Those who desire to proceed through these halls must pay tribute.
God damn it! I left my tribute on the other room.
Give us one of your most prized memories, and you shall receive one of ours."
Ooh.
Nachi, specifically, give me a
Kit,
religion
it's
check.
like just doing like ooh, and it's not translating it yet. She's just like responding to her. Is that religion?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so good at that. Lately. Oh, okay, 19.
Oof. Okay. Is that all
Okay.
you got?
I mean, kinda.
Look at
Can
the
I
face
help?
of
I don't even know what was
Yeah,
said.
like
that
I
Alex
don't.
made.
I think that's all we get.
I don't. Yeah.
not his guess.
Yeah, that's all I have. I kind of repeat more or less, translating kind of like, translation is hard. Some words don't necessarily encompass all of what you're trying to say, but pretty much what he wants is one of our most prized memories as a tribute, and he's gonna give one of theirs back, whoever they are.
Okay.
Do you know if we get the memory back after we give it?
Well,
we
if
lose
you're
it?
giving it,
Do they really mean ours, or do they mean one of the Mad Heroes' treasure?
if you are
memories?
giving it, then
Probably
it,
ours.
They said
it's not
ours.
yours anymore. Gee.
Oh no, that's exceptionally bad. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a good one? We have.
He said
Most
one of your
prized.
most prized.
Yeah, most.
Well,
It's a good thing I didn't
kind of
kill you,
important
Grant,
for-
because I would be forced to forget about it right now.
you can
Crimson, maybe
keep that one then.
Tone, at this point in time, like, we are in a cave
Like-
right now.
Do we all have to say one? Is that it?
Is it one
I don't
treasure memory, or is it
know.
one from each of us?
I think it's probably from
They
each of
said,
us.
yeah.
Crimson Void is going to step up. He's going to start speaking. You guys are taking too long. He's going to take initiative.
Nice.
Bucko doesn't want to do this.
There was this time after Kind, the god of war, fell, and I felt an incredible emptiness inside me. I had no idea how to proceed with my life. I had no idea if I was still willing to fight, if even my god, my general, fell. What chance could I have? However, on that day in the Howling Mountains, I met this woman. She was clad in iron, and she had the symbol of Arsenal in her armor. And she told me the good news right then and there. The god of war is dead. Long live the god of war. And the renewed Arsenal would bring to Arton the new chance for us to fight. That would be the most important thing to ever happen in this world. That's the memory I offer.
As you finish speaking, you don't remember that anymore. You don't remember meeting her and her telling you, and you being that feeling of being full of hope and like desire and energy and that feeling of faith again. That memory is gone, but you have a new memory. You have a memory of working on a mine, using a pickaxe, and seeing some chunks of something pinkish coming off. Kind of crystals. And a memory of putting them in carts and hauling them back up. Then a memory of carrying these in carts along these very elaborate cities. You see these crazy... Sorry, I'm getting some noise from somebody there.
Okay, it's not just me.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to.
I'm hearing it.
I'm
I think
trying
it's
to
not
change this.
Is it me?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
right there.
Okay. Anyways, you have this memory of walking through this very elaborate city with, these crazy mechanical machines working in don't not really making sense to your human like head. Ropes being pulled from one building to the next, and like people swinging and like cables and like all kinds of crazy awesome little inventions going on. And you remember the feeling of walking into a room with one particularly big crystal, placing it at the heart of something that was being built. Cogwheels everywhere, these wires that you have a vague notion transfer power somehow, and closing it and seeing the whole thing hum and start moving, and like the feeling of joy and faith that came from that, like you were revering something in your act of creation and in your act of getting that to work, and it seems to be working properly, and people around you were like elated, not just super happy that it was working, but also like elated in the sense of, hell yes, we're doing this, like our God will be pleased. That's it.
Yeah. This is what I remember.
And you remember being much smaller, by the way.
And it felt good.
Did it work?
It felt as I was able to accomplish something.
That's good.
Yeah, it was.
Do we still remember what he said before?
Crimson? Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
remember what Crimson said.
Oh,
Crimson
Okay, the
doesn't
story
remember
before.
what he said.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look at Gran. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna look at Gran, but I'm gonna look at everybody as well, but like focusing more on Gran. I need you to keep this one for me, okay?
What are you guys talking about? I just got a brand new memory. It's awesome. I feel great.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen to me if I don't remember. Who am I gonna be after this? But I need you to hold this one for me, okay?
Nothing bad's gonna happen. I feel awesome right now.
And I turn to the head. When I was younger, and I wasn't very good at the things the elves were good at. I was one of the only half-elves in Lenorian, and I failed at everything. But after a target practice with our bows, I got scolded by our instructor and went back to my house crying, and my mom just told me to suck it up and just keep trying, and I eventually get better. And I knew that wasn't true because I wasn't like them. And Ederic saw me. And he comforted me, and he said that I had something they didn't have. I was smart. And that could take me anywhere. And I believed him. I believed him with everything I had.
Right as you finish speaking, you don't remember that anymore. You don't remember the sadness. You don't remember the comfort from the memory. You remember something else. You remember looking at the stars in a different world, much more complex. You remember standing on top of a short building and staring at animals, but animals you've never seen before or heard of, for that matter. Animals that looked mechanical. Animals that looked nothing like the animals on Arton. Same like this place doesn't look like anything like Arton looks like. Animals within which you could see mechanical gears turning and other mechanical parts working. Mechanical animals, but not just that. You were very comforted in the feeling of knowing that these animals could breed other animals like them, even though they weren't organic. You were comforted in the feeling knowing that because of your gods, because of your god's energy and creative energy and your creativity and other creativities, other gnomes' creativities, you could create things like this, and these animals just existed. They just lived and they reproduced and they bred more of themselves and they populated the world, and that comforted you to no end. You were smaller and you were a gnome.
Seek it?
Well-
Nothing bad happened. Right?
Okay.
Gran, can I borrow some paper from your notebook?
Yes.
I would like to add something real quick that I forgot to mention, but when this character was first created, since day one, he has a mace on his hip. He used the mace before. And the mace, since day one, was called Taliandra's Blessing, to pay homage to the lady that he met in the Howling Mountains. And I just changed it in the character sheet. Now it's just mace.
Mace.
So sad.
Brutal.
Yeah, I give you some paper.
Yeah. I don't, in my canon, I don't think Time really knows how to read or write music, but she's trying to write something down, and she's writing some words and just...
I have
wanna go
developed
next?
a music notation system for Arton that I'm trying really, really hard to get it officially published. Really hard.
Gran, do you want to go next, or should I?
No, if you need time to write stuff down, we have something to ask. You have to tell me what I say afterwards.
Yeah.
We cannot live with the pain without the brightness.
I'm gonna use the back of the
We'll
sheet.
unravel.
Just write it down.
So
I don't know.
yeah, I turn to the head. After my apprenticeship started, we were very isolated. The other students from the college were jealous, perhaps, that someone such as me would get a chance like that to work with a great renowned artist. So yeah, we were very lonely in our work and in our daily chores at the workshop. And eventually we decided to do something with that loneliness, and we went out on the back alleys behind the shit. So we started painting something great mural, celebrating the things that made us. And it was turning out fine, but there was something missing. And then some kids, they used to play catch and ball games in those alleys, and they started noticing that weird fellow on ropes and stuff, climbing up and down the wall and painting weird patterns and stuff, and they got curious and started asking questions, and some teased, but they were genuinely, interested. So we decided to teach them. We gave them from our own supplies, inks, brushes, chisels, whatever they needed. Every single one of them started blossoming. Their own style, and with their own interests and their own fucking fire inside them. You could see that. Reminded us why we did that in the first place. At some point, we didn't even need to guide them anymore. They just kept on painting and drawing and writing stuff on the walls, lyrics, poems. That's when we took a step back and saw that the mural was not just Grant's mural. It was all of us. That's the greatest thing I ever created. And it wasn't me. It was only us.
As you finish saying these words, as you're maybe even lost for a moment in that feeling of the accomplishment, of the connection, you lose it. It all goes away. The sadness of not having that anymore, the sadness of, well, maybe even the sadness of what came after. And you remember something else instead. You have the memory of being a completely different race. You have the precise memory, the very vivid memory of being a gnome, of being shorter than you are, of being kind of knobby-nosed, and of being a creature from a race that never waged war, that only ever sought to create, to invent, to make new things for the sake of making new things. It was never enough. The process of creation was the purpose, not the destination, but the process. You knew how to love the process of creation. And it's not exactly pride what you felt for being a gnome, but you were very happy for being who you were as a gnome, as all the gnomes you can remember being. And there was a sense of connection there, in that everyone was there doing that for the purpose of doing it, and you knew it. Like there was a big community in that. That you do remember. Creating many things together.
Oh, you're right, Princeton.
About what?
No, we're never going to say that again.
I mean, I get it.
But thank you.
Things are precious to us, but I feel good.
Yeah. I got something precious in return, whatever we lost. Anyway, who's next?
Paco, do you want to be last?
We definitely all have to do this.
Did anything change after we did it?
No.
I'll go. I'll go, and maybe we'll see if that's enough. I think
Just
Time
too
just
bad
kind
to
of
do it.
lowers herself onto the floor, and she just sits cross-legged, and she's not looking at anyone. The first memory I ever had, I mean, I don't think it was my first one, but it was the first one I had of my mum, was being really little, really, really tiny, and just sitting on her lap. And I just remember being enveloped by her and feeling that warmth and having her sing to me. And I just felt the vibrations of her singing, and she had the most beautiful voice. And I remember the song and I remember the words. It's just like a little dancing, like little melody that just, whenever I heard it, made me think of home. I think it was one of the first things she ever taught me how to sing and play with music, when she would give me little lessons. But I almost, with all the siblings I had, I almost never got time alone with her. So I just remember that, just the two of us, and it felt like we were the only people in the world. And her just singing to me and telling me in her own way that she loved me. And everything felt safe and good.
As you finish telling the story, and feeling the sorrow of not having had that in a long time, and this feeling of missing home, of missing your mother's voice, her singing, maybe even your sisters in the process. No, not your sisters, but you forget that time you had with your mother and some of those precious times. You remember something else instead. You remember working on something fully enveloped in this process of working and creating and developing and discovering. It's extremely fulfilling feeling. And so this gnome, they're like, to them, the music, the sounds of the machines and automatons and the creations were like music to them. And you experience this feeling of music in a completely different way. Something hammering, something like a rope coiling and then being stretched, and then coiling, being stretched, and the same thing with coils everywhere. A bell rings in another room, and you hear like the space and how it sounds, and how it all fills the space around you. The magical hum from the crystals, the mechanical magical technology around you. And then a specific sound close to you, a little bell on a clock, which you now know as a clock, or maybe you knew before. And without even thinking about it, you just tap it, it stops. This little alarm stops ringing. It's time to go do something else now. And you get this feeling of living in a society guided by a type of precision that isn't really present in our time. Like, we don't need to count hours and minutes. Like, now it's time for the next thing, like whatever it is. Maybe we're going to work off on something else. Maybe it's time for lunch, like break. Not because like not because it's like corporate mandated, but because you need to remind yourself to eat because you get so lost in your creation. And just this feeling of beauty and being surrounded by something you love.
I think I just look at the thing and go, oh, this is interesting.
Now I want to make a gnome craft bar.
I'm gonna tuck away the piece of paper being there.
Kit softly puts her hand on Buckle's shoulder, just for assurance.
Yeah.
I don't. Bucko's gonna sort of tap her hand and then kind of separate, and then try and sort of look at the whole group as best he can, and go, look, I want all of you to know how important you all are to me. I mean, we're all very different, but in a lot of ways, you're my little kooky, zany family, And I care about all of you a lot. And I know that's gonna be true no matter what. And because of my life, my sort of trajectory, I guess. I know, you guys are the first time I ever really got to choose who was around me and build my own home, I guess, in all of you. So, that said, because of all of that, one of my most treasured memories is the night we all met. And I don't want to let it go. But I know that I will always know that it happened, even if I can't remember it. So I'm gonna offer that.
Right as you say,
Damn you,
I'm
Giselle.
gonna offer that.
Sorry.
That was awesome.
Right as you say, I'm gonna offer that. You don't remember what that is. And a part of your connection with this group is lost. In its place comes a memory of this tremendous feeling of exultation and of just loving what you do and what you are and the why. And then this you get kind of a mix of what everybody else got. You get this kind of interesting knowledge of what's going on around you, of the pink crystals, of knowing that there's this biome in this world you live in. you like this precision all around you, the stuff you guys do, this connection with others of your race, this connection with your partner, and you remember having been a cleric of a god, and you remember in extreme detail when you felt that God's presence vanish completely. You remember the complete desperation that hit you, and like looking around and finding other gnomes and everything they were building falling apart, and hearing explosions somewhere throughout the city as other creations starting falling apart, things falling, buildings started shattering, until finally the ground beneath the buildings started shaking with earthquakes. You remember being a gnome. You remember the day when Tillian lost his divinity. And like trying to create, you remember trying to create something, anything that would help you, anything that could fix this, and then realizing what you had to build now was something to preserve some of what was about to be lost.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think all the audios are not working.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Corey
Where?
is trying
Zencaster?
to...
No?
No, on Twitch.
No, it's on Twitch.
Like, I
Right.
can hear the background song as like music, but whenever we speak, there's no audio coming through. Thank you.
Oh no.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That is
And thanks to my husband for
great.
watching us, even though he's not going to hear this because nobody can hear us.
Just shout through the
Shout
door.
out, yeah.
Okay. Let me fix that real fast.
People will never know about the musical number I did.
It's choreographed so well and everything.
I know, it was
Yeah.
beautiful. We're even weeping, all of us. It's all
Yeah.
beautiful.
What? No, it's allergies. What are you talking about?
Wow, this fucking game.
I know.
No, I knew it would be brutal the minute it was like, oh, treasured memory? Great.
Yeah, like,
Yep.
here we freaking go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it
And
like
before the
those
session,
shaped
Alex?
are right? Like,
Okay. Well,
Thank you, Ned's
hopefully that fixes it. Anyways,
Welcome everyone to another.
So good news, the audio's back, but all of the video is
the cameras
gone.
are gone.
There's no winning here.
cool.
Yeah.
There is no winning.
Jesus, there's no winning today, guys.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, I just got a message on
really
WhatsApp of one
funny.
of my friends saying I'm not hearing anyone's mic.
I think it's really funny that like the most touching,
Amazing.
beautiful moment we like
also
seen.
being it about forgetting it, and now maybe you don't have a
gone.
record of it.
like tears in the rain. Sorry.
Like tears in the rain.
God.
Someone left the
Aye,
cake
aye.
out.
Something happens to this Zencaster recording. I swear I'll throw myself off a building or something.
Please don't.
Good thing you live on the
I will.
first floor.
Thank you. My good friend Thiago Trout said that now he can hear
Not
and see
Sydney
us.
with the insider knowledge.
Yay!
That's a definite improvement. Hello, everyone.
Thank you,
Oh my
Trout.
God. Well, now that you can hear us, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
He's emotionally recovering.
Please do
Man,
check our
man.
YouTube. It has everything there. It's going to
It
have
was really good.
Hopefully, it was really good. and
Everyone
emotional
here is
and-
emotionally drained right now, man.
Right now, I really
Holy
need like
shit.
maybe.
I need a hug.
You gotta call my
Anyway,
mom.
you guys don't know that, but this has been a great session so far. I guess we'll maybe find out what happens next after the break. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Sorry about that shit. And see you soon. Hey everyone, unfortunately, internet connection was too poor for us to continue our session tonight. I guess with the heat, internet equipment is failing around town. So we're gonna have to continue in 2 weeks. Thank you for your understanding and see you guys soon.